was a common sight in the 80s and 90s. Not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the San Francisco 49ers. Taken at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. They'll start with a run by Mitchell, and he edges forward, but only gets a pair. It's second down.
Ready.
From the shotgun net, and right away he lost the football. And the Falcons say they have it, they do. Not only a fumble loss there, but a fumble lost on your first drive in your own territory.
Now you're dealing with a lot of stuff here because you feel bad going off the field because you gave up the football. How does your own defense feel now having to go out there and stop them when the momentum is clearly shifted in their favor?
Let's go.
That's out quickly to London. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right, you're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. The 20, 10, 5, and into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score a touchdown. Well, really a fantastic play, not only to pick that off, but he had to run a long way, Charles, in the direction to hit pay dirt. He did it, and they've got the first lead.
And that certainly changes the early tone of this game, doesn't it, partner? One moment, they were going to be in early control. Now they just have a few moments to clear their heads and get back out there against an electrified defense.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of people thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody covered. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Gets through, and now an opening. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Oh, and it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. And the Niners will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now on 2nd and 13. Brady. And this is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Brady. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. On 4th down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowski to punt the football. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
On second down, here's Mitchell. Only 2 yards on the carry. That's going to set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 15 to be exact.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Gets it out wide to Davis Price. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. And his kick is good. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together. Say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw here. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's caught inside the 35. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
this offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he coughed it up. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now. Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number 1, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone. Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one. Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right? Not one that I've ever met. A toss left side for Mitchell. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. They'll try and run the option left side. That one will go for 9 yards and a 1st down on the keeper. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
A quick throw here out wide to Pitts. They find some open field here. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. First and goal, and
they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw here. Touchdown!
Drake London from 10 yards out. And the Falcons are back within a score.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Next to score, Niners 10, Falcons 7. Young way to kick off point line.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This taken in at the goal line.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, 49ers. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs, as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Now the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Second down and 3.
He'll look to throw.
He's got his man London right side.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Ritter and London team up there. First down, Atlanta.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Back to throw now on first down.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll make it second down. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Again, he'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga.
And I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. 30, 20, 10. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Well, in a tight game like this, that could be an incredibly important pick six, CD. And remember, it cancels out the one that the opposition had earlier in this ball game.
You're right about that, partner, because each side came up with plays to swing the momentum their way. Still plenty of time left for either team to come through with a win, though. Can someone else make a similar play and win it for their club?
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone, because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. That throw by Brady incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
On 3rd down, here's Mitchell.
And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. This is taken at the 23. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. They'll set up to throw.
That'll be swung out wide here for Henderson.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw again.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw again. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Diamador Lenore.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half. Still down by that slim margin. Yeah,
and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work, while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
2nd down, here's Davis Price.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Now a play fake. Brady taking a shot for Samuel. This is intercepted.
Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take over at their own 41. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Here's Lance.
He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, 49ers.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And the next-gen stats are going to tell the story, and wow, what a story it is. Nearly a full 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest plays on record, folks.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw.
Caught by London.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards, 1st down, Atlanta.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And Rudolph has it left side. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So nothing doing there, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Room here to run. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Darrell Henderson, 30 yards. And the Falcons are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21.
Falcons 21.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And Brady's throw there incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 14 yards that time and a first down on the keeper. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Brings up 2nd and
2nd
7.
and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. A give running right is Mitchell. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Throwing his Lance on third down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
And he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. Maybe an important fourth quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the posts. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 68 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. They'll go back to Henderson on first down. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Second down, it's Henderson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run once more with Henderson. Down to about the 37.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, a give to Henderson. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. Koo knocks this one through the post. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the 1st quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Second and 9 now from the 21. To throw is Brady. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Now Brady. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They run over center with Mitchell.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
A good gain on 1st. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Ready, go. Ready. Lance back to throw. Looking for Gray, and he's got him.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Back to throw, Brady.
Got a man, that's Ayuk. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
I think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. To throw is Brady. The first catch of the game for George Kittle.
Down inside the 10.
And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together, make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
The extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
He's back to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw.
That's going to be caught by Pitts.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for two and go for the win. Yes, sir, that touchdown puts them in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it, go for two.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now?
You want to win it right now, have the momentum, go ahead and get it done.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we may very well be headed to overtime. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Now Lance. That's caught downfield by Kittle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Brady to throw. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dime. Chills and thrills in this one, and more to come here as overtime will decide who moves on to the divisional round. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, CD, certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it. After the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs, Patrick Mahomes and KC, they score first, game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football. People hated that. Now the game reaches OT. Every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Not lacking aggressiveness here to begin overtime, Charles. A pretty big play right there, and looked like it might have caught the defense off guard. They may have been expecting something a little more conservative.
Yeah, they've got to shore things up in a big way, because they make any more mistakes like that and really let them drive it on them, they'll be putting their offense in a tough spot to answer if they want to extend their season.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Henderson running straight ahead. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 32.
106 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Open to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. Henderson will try and run for the first. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
That'll be swung out wide here for Henderson.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Things now, Charles, looking pretty good here. A great opportunity to try to cash in for 6 on the opening possession of overtime.
And what I'm liking, Brandon, is what I see down on the sidelines. I see a defense huddled up and ready to go, already preparing for their opportunity to go on the field and close out this game.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports. Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up. They're going to look to throw. Oh, and it's intercepted. And now the rookie's free. Past the 20. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score a touchdown. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.